Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daria, and today's practice is all about moving beyond boundaries. So, playing into the space around the physical body and then trying to really breathe into that space and expand our poses and our physical practice beyond any boundaries that we may have set in our minds. So for this class, you just need yourself and someplace to move. This is really opening and freeing. And whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We'll start today right away from child's pose. So your toes are together, knees can be wide or closed, whatever feels good to you. Just go ahead and settle your hips back to your heels. You can rock it out a little bit and then send your fingertips forward to the top of the mat. Melting here, maybe forehead down, maybe chest and chin down. And for a moment, just let everything be heavy. So you can relax the elbows so your arms are soft, shoulders relaxing. Let your head be really heavy and breathe into the back of your neck. Right away, connecting to the breath and starting to feel more depth through the breath as we bring mindfulness to it. Send your inhales deep to the low belly, staying soft through that space. And send a few exhales deep into the hip creases, massaging away any tension there. Feel free to move or wiggle around or adjust any way that feels good. You might glide your spine from left to right, and maybe the hips from left to right. And just take a few more moments here, beginning to consider any boundaries that you feel you've set in your mind around your physical body. Maybe limitations that you might feel you have. And maybe these limitations are based in actual reality. That's totally fine, but see if for today, you can just kind of set all of that aside and allow for the expression of your physical practice to be rooted completely in the present experience. So it's not based on any past experiences or postures that you took. It's all about right here, right now. Let's take a clearing breath. Inhale through your nose, filling up. Big sigh, let it go. Press into your palms. Walk your knees a little more toward one another so they're about hips distance apart. We'll come into like a long kind of extended tabletop. So the shoulders are rocking a little bit back from the wrists. Now from here, just allow for the back of your heart to soften down toward the ground as your hips go high. Take an inhale. And now as you exhale, press into your palms and start to puff the back of your heart up high. You can tuck your chin a little toward your chest and rock more weight into your fingertips. Again, inhaling, let the tailbone rise as the heart melts toward the ground. You can lean your hips back in space. And then on the exhale, press down, get hollow through the core and the front body, round your spine, and especially feel the back of the heart pressing to the sky. Take a few more with the breath. Inhale, melting. Exhale, pressing down, create space in the back body. And then walk your palms under your shoulders. Tuck your toes behind you. Take a breath in to prepare in tabletop. And then as you breathe out, float your knees, lift your hips. Pelvis goes up and back into your first downward facing dog. Drop any expectations here. Just play into the actual experience that you're feeling. Any points of tension, massage the breath through them. And try to begin creating length through the spine, through the full back body. If your low back is a little crunchy or rounded, see if you can curl from the tip of your tailbone up to the sky. You might need to bend your knees a little to do this. Keep plugging into your big toes and then wrap your shoulders away from one another and down your back so you have lots of space around your neck. Shake your head no, nod your head yes. And now take 2 more really, really full breaths here. See if you can feel all the space surrounding your skin. And with your inhale, it's like you're sucking up all of that air and energy into your body. And with the exhale, release it back out through the surface of your skin. Next breath in, turn your eyes forward. As you breathe out, travel to the top of your mat, taking mindful steps. Land your toes behind your wrists, hang heavy, and for today, interlace your hands at the back of your head. Give yourself a little massage here with the thumbs to the back of the neck, gently pressing down. And you can rock through your spine, or maybe bend one knee a little more than the other, and then switch. See what that feels like. Now, once you feel like you're hanging as heavily as possible through your torso, see if you can hang just like 1 degree heavier, and then drop another layer. And one more time, drop even more, crown of head heavy to your toes. And keep all of the heaviness in your spine as you hug your belly button in and back, press through your feet, and start to roll up to standing. Rising to stand, your shoulders fall down your back, and your head comes up last. Now, press through your feet. Let's reach the arms wide and then up to the sky. Turn your gaze to follow your thumbs. As you breathe out, simply bring your palms to prayer at heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment here to set a sweet dedication of some kind for your practice today. So try to dedicate this movement to something that is outside of yourself, maybe to just the universe, or it could be to somebody that's on your mind or somebody that you love or want to send some love toward. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let your eyes blink open, soften your palms beside you. Inhale, stretch the fingers wide to the sides and then up overhead. As you exhale, catch your left wrist with your right hand. Lengthen first, then arc up and over toward the right side of the mat. Press your hips to the left and turn your eyes to the sky. Inhale, press through your feet, rise up through center. Exhale, switch, left hand to right wrist, arcing up and then over toward the left. Press your hips a little bit forward and then a little to the right as you draw the right shoulder down your back. Breathe in, press down, rise to stand, neutralize your spine. As you breathe out, fingertips circle down and around to the base of the spine, interlace them there. Hug the heels of your hands together. Little baby bend in your knees. Stretch your knuckles down and back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your pelvis a little forward. Lift your pelvic floor. Inhale here. As you exhale, keep the interlacing of your fingers, diving all the way down into a forward fold with a chest expansion. Let your head drop at the bottom. Then take a breath in, micro bend your knees, stick your tailbone back and curl from the base of your heart forward, coming into a halfway lift. As you exhale, press into your right big toe, float your left foot to hover, and then begin to kick your left leg to the back of the mat. Bend your right knee deeply. We'll softly step down into a lunge. Your fingers are still interlaced behind you. Left toes land, and then let the left knee find the mat as well. Now take a breath in, pull your feet a little toward one another, lift up through your spine, neutralizing. As you breathe out, start to peel your right toes away from the mat. Lean your hips back in space, but resist by stretching your heart forward. Right leg draws straight-ish, half splits. Breathing in here. As you breathe out, step forward into your right foot. Place your palms down to the mat. Let go of that grip. Inhale to lift your back knee. Send your hips a little back in space. Exhale, press down, claw through your fingertips. Float or step right foot all the way back into downward facing dog. Now on your next inhalation, lift your left leg high, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, step forward. Look to where you're stepping. So inner left thumb is where your eyes go. Then land your foot there. Keep your back knee lifted this time. Breathe in, press down, and rise up to standing in a high crescent lunge. Your back thigh is charged, back heel is buoyant. Press into the earth beneath you and then expand into all of this space that's wrapping around your torso. Inhale, curl your heart a little forward or up to the sky. And as you exhale, lean your heart forward, coming down with the torso 45-ish degrees. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Again, inhale, press down, rising up to stand through high crescent, maybe adding a little back bend. And exhale, heart forward, fingertips back. One more time, breathing in. Press the mat with the big toes, arc your heart to the sky. Breathing out, lean your torso forward, long spine. Take an inhalation here. On your exhalation, simply step forward and fold forward. Your feet can be parallel at the top of the mat. Take a breath in, halfway lift, lengthen out of your spine. Breathing out, just fold down. Now rolling up to stand again, stacking one vertebra onto the next. Keep your core hugging in, slowly rising up to the top. Head comes up last, shoulders soften away from ears. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand to right wrist, arcing up and over toward the left side of the mat first. Inhale, press down, rise through center. Exhale, right hand to left wrist, arcing toward the right side of the mat. Both shoulders stay soft. Inhale, press down, rise to stand, gaze to your thumbs. Exhale, fingers circle to the base of the spine. Try to interlace them a different way this time, different fingers on top. Then plug down into your feet, press your pelvis a little bit forward, squeeze your shoulder blades, create so much length in your front body, and then maybe lean a little bit back, breathing in. On your exhale, bow down into a forward fold, keeping the chest expansion. Inhale, pull up through the lines of your legs and then stretch out through the line of your spine, even beyond the crown of your head. As you breathe out, plug the left big toe down, pick up your right foot, launch your right toes to the back of the mat, then bend your left knee deeply. If you're calibrating or wobbling, no problem. Find the balance, steady core, and softly right toes to the back of the mat, and then let your knee root. Breathing in, lift up through the torso, gaze up. Breathing out, flex your left toes, start to lean back through the pelvis, but shift forward through the heart as the left leg draws straight-ish. Breathe in, create even more elongation. As you breathe out, step forward into the left foot, bring your palms to the mat. Lift your back knee, send your hips a little bit back in space, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, press down, step, or float the left foot back into a downward facing dog. As the left foot roots, breathe in and reach your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, soft step forward, right foot through to the top of the mat. Back knee stays up this time. Breathe in, press through the feet, rise up to standing in high crescent lunge. Let the exhale root your feet and your legs more firmly. And then inhale, gather up energy from the space around you. Lengthen your waistlines, lift your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, lean forward 45 degrees, fingertips back. 2 more times. Imagine these like waves through the spine. So inhale, rise to standing, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, heart forward, fingertips back. One more, breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, more length through your spine. Exhale, just step forward, fold forward, feet parallel. And this time, hook your big toes with the peace fingers. Thumb wraps around and middle and index fingers hook between big toes and second toes. Then just drop your head for a second, relax here. When your next inhale comes, press your toes down onto your fingers. Stretch the core of your pelvis back. Reach forward through the top of your skull. When you breathe out, pull on your toes like you're pulling them up, trying to peel them off the ground, but resist by pressing your toes even more firmly into the earth. Bend your elbows and wrap them around your outer shins. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Release your toes. Press down, rolling up to stand again, stacking the spine. On your inhalation, arms reach wide and up to the sky. On your exhalation, palms to prayer, heart center, close your eyes. Just take a little pause, feeling the space in between your movements. Blink your eyes open, palms come down beside you. Going again, adding on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arc up and over toward the right side of your mat. Inhale through center. Exhale, right side body stretch, lengthening over toward the left. Inhale, rise up, neutralize. Exhale, fingers interlace at the base of your spine. Press your pelvis forward as you lean back any amount. Inhale, rise to standing, and exhale, dive down, forward fold, keeping the fingers interlaced. Take a breath in, halfway lift, crown of the head pulls forward. Breathing out, one exhale, pick up the left foot, glide it to the back of the mat, bend your right knee deeply, and then land left toes and left knee. Good, inhale, rise up like a kneeling warrior. Exhale, peel right toes off the mat, lean your hips back and your heart forward. Take a breath in your half splits. And then as you breathe out, step into your right foot, place your fingertips down to the mat. Pick up your back knee. This time we'll take a little pyramid fold. So left toes spin out to 45-ish degrees, root your heel. Drive your outer right hip back and then wrap it into the midline of your body. If you like, you can take blocks or whatever props you have under your hands to bring the earth closer to you. And then try to spread every inhale from your tailbone forward through the crown of your head. And press the exhales through your feet and down into the earth. Couple more breaths here. Next inhale, peel your back heel off the ground, place your palms, and as you exhale, press down, round your spine, step or glide right foot all the way back to three-legged down dog. So coming through down dog and then right leg high. Inhale here. As you exhale, right knee to right tricep. See if you can bring them to touch. Inhale, three-legged down dog, kick high. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Can you bring them all the way to touch? Remember, stay present with what's happening right now, not what you've done before. Inhale, kick high. Exhale, knee to chest, chin, nose, or forehead, holding, squeezing for 3, for 2, for 1, and then just step back into downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your heels. Take a ripple through your spine coming forward into high plank. Then elongate at the top, stretching heels back, crown of head forward. Breathe out, take a slow chaturanga, lowering with control for 3, elbows hug in, for 2, for 1, and then you can melt the pelvis down, untuck your toes, keep a little baby bend in your elbows, and just coil your heart forward into a cobra. Let it be a sweet cobra. It doesn't need to be anything super extreme or intense. Keep it expansive. Inhale here. Exhale through hands and knees, tuck your toes, and just press to down dog. Breathe in and reach your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, step forward, left foot through to the top of the mat. Come on up to your fingertips. This time we'll turn the back toes out to 45-ish degrees and let your heel find rooting. On your inhale, press down, rise up to stand in Warrior 1. Again, taking those ripples through the spine, but now in Warrior 1 with the legs. Square your right hip forward. Breathe in, cactus your elbows, arc your heart. Breathe out, lean forward with the torso, glide your fingertips back. 2 more, waving through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Just let your breath and your body communicate. It doesn't really need to look any certain way. Let it feel good. Inhale. And exhale. This time, take a breath in, leaning your torso forward, lift your back heel. As you breathe out, press straight down into the left foot and float your right leg all the way up and back behind you into an airplane pose. Take a breath in here, squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you breathe out, press down, rise to stand, but don't put your right foot down. Hover it, then drive your right knee toward your chest. As you inhale, arms go overhead. As you exhale, flex your right ankle. Keep it actively flexed as you draw it across the top of your left thigh, and then start to sink your hips down and back. Widen your right knee into standing pigeon. 3 breaths here. Find steadiness through your gaze and through your breath. Press down, unhook your right ankle, drive your knee toward your chest as the arms rise up overhead, inhaling here. As you exhale, step down and fold forward. Walk your feet together to touch. Now, lift your heels high, bend your knees deeply, and sink your hips all the way down to your heels, taking a moment in a ball pose. Crawl your fingertips more forward maybe. You can tuck your chin to your chest. Breathing through the back body, let this feel opening. Now, you might widen your feet or maybe play with it from right here. We're gonna see if we can sink the heels down, reach your arms a little bit forward, lean your torso forward, and then softly land your sit bones to the mats, maybe. From here, we'll move into Navasana. So belly is contracting. Shoulder blades are opening though. Broaden your collarbones. Hug your knees together. The toes can float or maybe bring your shins parallel to the ground. And then draw your palms to meet in a prayer at heart center. Take an inhale. Lengthen from tailbone through crown of head. Exhale, twist toward the right side of the mat. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist toward the left. Feel the twist come from the ribs. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Breathe in. Deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale, good. Last 2 each side. Close your eyes. Really feel what you feel. You can do this. Deep inhale. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Good. You can let your feet come down. We'll cross your ankles and just come into Sukhasana. Take a little moment here. Press your palms to your thighs. Inhale, arch your back. Stick your butt back. Stretch your heart forward. Exhale, just round your spine. You can pull back on your shins, hollowing the core. Inhale, arching. Exhale, round. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Neutralize your spine. We'll see if we can come up to a squat without using the hands, just to play, no pressure. So back into kind of that boat pose shape. Draw your heels in close to your body. Then you're gonna kind of energetically lean forward with your arms and your torso and see if you can land up in a little squat. And you can play with it a couple times, coming back to the sit bones and then coming forward into your squat. If it's not happening, totally cool. Fingertips to the ground is a great way to transition. You can just drop the hands and then come up onto your feet. Just take a breath in your squat once you arrive, and breathe out. We'll fold forward. Press into your feet, round your spine, roll slowly up to stands. Inhale, reach wide and up to the sky. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Second side. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, arc up and over toward the left side of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, over to the right. Breathe in, rise high. Breathe out. With a chest expansion, take a little back bend. Fingertips to the base of the spine, arc your heart to the sky. On your exhale, folding forward. Take a breath in, halfway lift, crown of head forward. Breathing out, pick up your right foot, softly step it back behind you. Feet hips distance apart, bend your left knee deeply, and then allow your right knee to touch down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lean your hips back in space, curl your heart forward simultaneously, half splits. Inhale. Exhale, step into the left foot, place your palms or your fingertips down, lift your back knee, and then walk the right foot in a little closer, angling your toes out 45-ish degrees. Feel both heels rooting and your big toes and your pinky toes pressing down. And then again, wrap outer left hip backward and plug it in toward the midline of your body. Take a few breaths through everything that you feel here. Let the breath facilitate the expansion, the ability of your body to move beyond any boundaries, to move through any boundaries by working with them rather than fighting or forcing. Now, start to float your right heel. Take your palms down to frame the left foot. Inhaling to prepare. Exhale, just see what happens. If you really press down, round your spine, see if even just for a second you can hover the left foot, glide it all the way back to three-legged down dog. Take a deep breath in here. Breathing out, left knee taps left tricep. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee crosses the body toward right tricep. Inhale, kick high. Exhale, knee to chest, chin, nose, or forehead squeezing for 3. Press the ground away from you. 2, claw the mat. 1, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, heels rise, round the spine, come forward, high plank. Exhale, slowly lowering chaturanga for 3. For 2, strong breath. For 1, sink your pelvis down, untuck your toes. Inhale, inflate your heart into a cobra. Exhale, come through hands and knees, curl your toes under, press into your palms and lift your hips back, down dog. Breathe in, right leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathe out, step forward, right foot to the top of the mat. Come onto your fingertips, turn your back toes out and sink your heel. Breathe in, press your feet down, rise up, warrior 1. Breathe out, settle into your foundation. Now inhale, catch length through your spine, air out your heart, and exhale, lean forward through the torso. 2 more times, intuitive waves. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your back heel. Exhale, press into your right foot, press into your hands like there's something solid you could press into, and glide the left leg back behind you. Inhale, expanding in airplane. Exhale, press down, rise to standing. Hover your left foot and then draw your knee to your chest as the arms rise. Breathing out, hook the left ankle to your outer right thigh. Flex your toes actively back towards your shin. Widen your left knee and then settle into both hips, sinking down. 2 more breaths here. Unwind. Inhale, left knee to chest, arms up. Exhale, step down, take a big dive down into a forward fold. And this time, walk your feet away from one another, spinning your toes to point out toward the corners of the mat. Take a breath in just to grow longer in the spine. Breathe out, keep the length in your spine. Let your tailbone drop all the way down between the heels, Malasana, palms to prayer heart center. Close your eyes. Really imagine your breath is ironing up and down your spine. Inhale, reach forward, blink your eyes open. Exhale, come to a seat, maybe using the hands to the mat if you like. And we'll take the soles of the feet together, the knees wide, into Baddha Konasana. Press the outer edges of your feet down. Plug your big toes together. Pull back on your ankles. Lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward with the chest. You can press your elbows to your inner knees. Let's dynamically move through this. So again, inhale, rising up with a long spine. Exhale, lean forward, leading with your heart. Press your knees into gravity. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. This time, stay. Hold for 3 rounds of breath. Wherever you are, feel elongation. Start to press down, rise to a seat, close your knees together. We'll take a Navasana one more time. So float your shins, either just toes hovering actually, or shins parallel to the ground, and reach your arms forward. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe toes all the way up to the sky. Breathe in. Stay as you breathe out. One more breath here, maybe arms by your ears. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. Now slowly lower your heels to just like hovering away from the mat. Press your low back down, but keep your shoulder blades hovering, and then just rock here. Like little hollow rocks. Front body really hollow, creating like a banana shape in your body. Just for 5. For 4, stay with the breath. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Squeezing, staying lifted for another count of 3. You can do it. 2, press belly button to spine. 1, and now let everything go right away into Shavasana. Spread your body into the earth beneath you. And then this is really where we can try to focus the awareness into the space surrounding your skin on all sides. So into the back body, it's like you're melting down into the earth beneath you. You can imagine that it's like soft soil, and your body is like water that's just being absorbed deep into the roots of the soil. And you can feel simultaneously as though your front body is like dissolving up into the sky, up into the space above you. Let go of all muscular activation and just let yourself absorb the breath, the movement, and all of your efforts. Start to feel again into all of the space around your body. And take a couple of deeper breaths here. And with the inhales, imagine you're filling up through the surface of your skin. It's like you're breathing the earth and the sky into your body. And with the exhales, you're breathing back out into that space. Start inviting little movements back into your body, into the fingers and the toes. And then stretch out long. Arms go back, toes go forward. Inhale here. Breathe out to fetal pose, melt down. Head's heavy, knees come into the chest. When you're ready, press down to come up into a seat. We'll close our practice in Sukhasana, feeling the sit bones really pressing into the space beneath you. And then stretch the crown of your head into the space overhead so that your spine grows by like several inches just by feeling that length. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and take a moment to notice anything that's shifted. Were there any boundaries that you were able to work with in this practice? And moving back in the rest of your day, can you challenge yourself to continue noticing any sort of limitations that you may have set for yourself? And just check in with them. Some boundaries, of course, are healthy and help us to stay safe and supported. But some boundaries we might notice are old or outdated, and maybe we can push ourselves just a little bit past where we are feeling the most comfortable. Now draw your palms together at heart center and return again to whatever dedication you set at the beginning of the practice. And we'll take one last breath into that dedication. Deep inhale through your nose. Deep exhale, soften the shoulders. Now draw your thumbs from your heart to the space at the center of the eyebrows, inhaling here. Take a little exhale and bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this class with me today. I hope this movement felt good for you. I'd love to hear how you're feeling. If you have time to leave me a comment before you go. You can also subscribe to my channel down below, or you can join as a monthly donation member. Both of these really help to support me. I hope that you're doing well, and I will see you soon in another class. Bye.